Once upon a time in a busy city, there lived a 28-year-old young man named David. David was very restless. His mind was always full of thoughts. All day long, different thoughts came and went, and these thoughts made him feel uneasy and tired. He always felt sad about his past mistakes and worried a lot about his future career. Because of these thoughts, his mind was like a storm. He couldn't feel calm, couldn't sleep well, and had even forgotten how to enjoy simple things in life. One day, David heard about a meditation center near the mountains. People said that a wise teacher lived there. That teacher used to be a successful businessman in the city. He had achieved everything: money, fame, and success, but he wasn't happy. Then he discovered meditation, and it changed his life completely. Now, he taught others how to find peace in their minds. David became curious and hopeful. He decided that he must go and meet that teacher. He thought, maybe this wise teacher can help me find peace. After a few hours of driving, David reached the meditation center in the mountains. When he got there, he saw a simple building surrounded by tall trees. In the garden, the teacher was sitting quietly on a bench. His eyes were closed, and he looked very peaceful. David walked up to him and said softly, "Teacher, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. Thoughts are driving me crazy. Can you help me?" The teacher slowly opened his eyes and gave a calm smile. He said, "So you want peace of mind? Then come with me. I will show you something." He took David to a small meditation room. Then he gave David a candle and said, "Sit here and look at this candle flame. Watch it carefully. Don't think about anything else. Just watch the flame. Do this for 10 minutes. David looked at him with surprise, but he wanted to do his best, so he accepted the challenge. He sat down on a cushion and lit the candle. Then he started watching the flame. At first, it was very difficult. His mind kept jumping from one thought to another: work deadlines, family problems, money worries. Everything came rushing in. But the teacher had told him to keep watching the flame, so he tried. Slowly, something began to change. The more he watched the flame, the quieter his mind became. The thoughts were still there, but they felt distant like background noise. After 10 minutes, David opened his eyes fully. He felt different, lighter somehow. The teacher smiled and asked, "How do you feel now?" David thought for a moment and said, "I feel calm. For the first time in months, my mind feels quiet." The teacher nodded and said gently, "That is the secret. When you focus completely on one thing in the present moment, your mind has no space for worry or fear. You are only watching the flame." At that time, all your problems disappeared. They didn't go away forever, but for those 10 minutes, you were free from them. Slowly, David began to understand. This was the peace he was searching for. Peace doesn't come from solving all our problems. Peace comes when we learn to be fully present in this moment. David said softly, "Teacher, now I understand. My mind is restless because I'm always living in the past or the future. I need to learn to live in the present moment." The teacher smiled again. "Yes, and you can practice this every day. Just 10 minutes. Watch your breath, watch a flame, or simply sit quietly. Your life will change." David thanked the teacher and started driving back home. But now he was not the same worried young man. He had changed. He felt peaceful inside because now he knew the secret to a quiet mind. From that day on, David practiced meditation every morning, just 10 minutes of watching his breath. Some days were easy, some days were hard, but slowly his life began to change. He slept better. He felt happier. He didn't get angry so easily. His relationships improved. His work got better. People around him noticed the change. "What happened to you?" they asked. "You seem so calm now." David would smile and say, "I learned to empty my mind. When we stop carrying the weight of every thought, we find the peace that was always inside us." The secret to changing your life is simple. Empty your mind. Focus on the present moment. Stop living in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries. Just be here right now. That is where peace lives. That is where happiness lives. That is where your real life is waiting for you. If you like this story, like the video, share it with someone who needs motivation, and follow for more powerful life lessons. Thank you for watching.